Thank you, Mr. Lincheski and our band. May I ask you to please rise and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance while our honors chorus sings the national anthem and 10th grade student Sean Crawford plays God Bless America. ROTC Color Guard, will you please present the colors? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the home of the brave, home of the brave.
Please be seated. Thank you to our color guard, our honors choir under the direction of Mr. Krajik, and Andrew for playing of God Bless America. Welcome parents, grandparents, family members to Keller Memorial Field here at Brick Township High School. Tonight we celebrate the accomplishment of 311 young men and women as they achieve a major milestone in life. Class of 2019, you have come a long way. You have experienced much, and you are about to join the other 60 years worth of Dragon alumni. The past 13 years in education have prepared you for life after Brick Township High School. I would like to welcome some special guests who are here tonight, representing Central Administration, Director of Planning, Research, and Evaluation, Susan McNamara. Mrs. McNamara has been a beacon of consistency for Brick Township schools during the past 30 years. She is dedicated to the students in Brick. We're very fortunate to have her with us today. We have members of our Board of Education. We have Board of Ed member Victoria Picala. We have Board of Education Vice President Melita Gagliardi, who will say a few words in a few moments. We have our District Director of Human Resources, Sean Cranston. District Supervisor of English, Jane Van Osdal. And Supervisor of Special Education, Anne Marie Dayton. And we truly have the greatest administrative team that anyone could have the pleasure of working with. Dana Triantopoulos, Jim Marvin, Peter Panuska, and Maureen Butler, who has been a pleasure for me to work with in the absence of Erin Biancella. Last but certainly not least, I would like to acknowledge the educational staff who have worked together to provide meaningful education, social, and emotional support throughout the previous 13 years. Could I ask everyone here from the staff, please rise so we can acknowledge you. Thank you. And if you're in the audience tonight and you're involved in education, I say thank you for having a profound effect on the future of America. So tonight I stand before you as a proud father of a graduate with 310 of his classmates, who I feel are also like my children. I have a microphone, a captive audience, and I have struggled to find words of advice and fear my ability to keep my personal emotions in check. I appreciate the countless friends in the audience that have asked, what memorable message would I deliver? And those that honestly shared an appeal to just make it short, we have dinner reservations at 7. I assure you I will not be long-winded, but tonight I feel less like the principal and more like a parent. So maybe this short message is most appropriate to the parents. I thank all the parents that I've met along the way, the times we have shared together, discussing our subtle differences and recognizing that we always wanted the same ultimate outcome for our children. I have always preached, and I still believe, that the greatest pressure as an administrator is to live in the town that you work and to socialize with the parents whose kids are in school. I wouldn't change it for the world, and I'm glad we have been in this together. There's a saying that's often repeated in education. It takes a village to raise a child, and boy, is that the truth. Brick has some great parents to work with, cheering on each other's kids and genuinely supporting their endeavors, sharing rides to practices, to movies, the beach, and yes, even those study groups for homework. I trust they were actually studying because they were when they were at my house. I also want to point out those ridiculous sleepovers that took far too long to end and probably happened long after they got too old to still have them. But together we've shared in the success of these 311 fine young people, a group of future leaders who are going to return the favor to all of us. But I do have a short message to the students. This is, after all, about you. I think of two short messages that seemed appropriate as I was preparing for this, probably over a year now in the making. I've long been a fan of Bob Dylan, and I tend to get lost in his words and prose. There's a new documentary out, and a memorable line that he says is, "Life isn't about finding yourself or finding anything. Life is about creating yourself." Today, you are closing a chapter in your high school self. Will it be the same self in years to come? How many times will you recreate yourself? I'm sure it will be countless times. I hope that each time it's an improved you. The second thought comes from a song that every time I hear it, it reminds me of raising my children and causes me to reflect on my younger days. It always seems to be on my playlist or the radio when I'm thinking about my kids or reminiscing about being young. In the song, Growing Up, Bruce Springsteen writes about finding himself, breaking away, and ultimately leaving his hometown as an adult. Unsure of what the future will bring, but ready to take on the challenge, like each of the graduates tonight. To me, the strongest line in the song has always been, "I found the keys to the universe in the engine of an old parked car." To me, the old parked car represents getting lost in the dream of something pleasing, something better, something that you haven't done yet, and also having a car. The goal is always looking for something better. Combine the car and looking for something better and high school adolescence, it's freedom. It's breaking away from your home, the normal routine, and developing a sense of who you are. Keeping that car running represents the work it takes to keep things moving in a positive direction. It's a work ethic. It's how to deal with the ups and downs, the successes and the failures that we will all endure, ultimately representing the ability to move on, like you will be doing tonight. Whatever represents your focus on life goals after high school, or whatever recreation of yourself you will become, I hope you will always look back fondly at your time as Dragons. Know that you will be long remembered, you left your mark, and I look forward to seeing all of you as you join the next great team of a Dragon alumni, 61 years strong. Good luck to you all, the class of 2019. It was my pleasure to grow up with you all. I'd like to call up to the podium a young lady who is the president of Student Government Association. She has achieved a GPA of a 100.84, is ranked 4th in her class. She will be attending the University of Miami in the fall. Please come up to the podium, Michaela Oliveira.
Thank you, Mr. Kleiser, and good afternoon, everyone. 4 years ago, we entered into this brick building and had no clue what we were in store for. Like how we would never use our lockers again after freshman orientation. Or that we would be going back to the middle school for our high school dances. We learned that the party never stops in Ms. Farnsworth's class, and that Mr. Luchetti owns every Hawaiian t-shirt ever produced. We could always count on Mr. Gronsky to tell us we're doing a great job, even if he didn't know you. No one would have guessed that one of our class advisors would become a vice principal at Memorial. We still love you, Miss Hudson. Or that a water gun game could bring people together and make them turn on each other all at the same time. Although we'll soon be long gone, each of us going on to pursue our dreams, Brick Township High School will still be here, and some things may never change. Kids will still be crying during Mr. Gooney's math tests. Coach Z will still be yelling, "Run it at me." Students will still have to walk around the whole school to find an open bathroom. And ceiling tiles will still be missing from the ceiling. We know Mr. Marvin will still be stopping kids from trying to skip class, and Miss Diamond will still be yelling 0 at kids who come in late. As a class, we've been through a lot together, from hanging out in the aux gym before school freshman year, to learning how to drive sophomore year, to breaking the dance floor at junior prom, and to winning Battle of the Classes our senior year. Thank you, class of 2019, for all the memories, but I think it's safe to say I speak for all of us when I say that most of our memories would not be possible without Mrs. DeBonis and Miss Hudson. From the moment we stepped into this high school, they were doing all they could to help make our 4 years here as amazing as possible. So I wanted to thank you both for all you did to help us. High school would not have been the same without you. I also wanted to extend a thank you to every teacher and staff member that made an impact in our lives. You all have done so much to help shape us into the people we are today. I know most of us have had our ups and downs with the school, but it's all over now. All the stressful days of AP classes and studying for the SATs are behind us. And look, we survived. Now it's time for us to go on to our next journey in life and take on the world. For some of us, that means college or vocational school. For others, that means entering an occupation. And for a few of us, that means joining the military. Whatever you choose to do in life, I expect big things to come from the class of 2019. Despite the failures and mistakes we will make, all of us will have the opportunity to achieve greatness, and I urge each and every one of you to seize that opportunity. Congratulations, class of 2019, and best of luck in all your future endeavors. Never forget, we are Green 2019.
Thank you, Michaela. Our next student speaker is our salutatorian. And when I call him up to the podium, I'm going to present him with a medal for his achievement of salutatorian. This is a young man who has earned a 102.03 GPA, is ranked number 2 in the class, and will be attending Cornell University in the fall. If I could call you up, please, Jacob Weinkoop.
Sorry, you got to put that back on. You take care of that. All right. Sorry about that. I'm going to hand it next time. Cool.
All right. What a cool opportunity. All right. Cool. Yeah, a little closer. Oh, Jesus. All right. Once we leave here today, officially high school graduates, we have ended one chapter of our lives while simultaneously being booted from the nest of high school into the real world. Bills, jobs, kids, cars, houses, taxes, deadlines, responsibilities. We are now one step closer to the real world. Whether or not you plan to continue your education at a vocational school, a 2-year college, a 4-year college, right into the workforce or military, do it because you want to. Do things in life that you are passionate about, and do the best you can in them, because we need more motivated people in this world. We need more doers, more overachievers, perfectionists, and more people who challenge the status quo in an attempt to change the way we see the world in an effort to move forward. If someone wrote a book on your life, what would it say? Would you read it? Would people buy it? Set goals, accomplish things. Do not put off to tomorrow what can be done today, because I personally would like to be a part of the class that is known for doing it. Whatever that it may be is individual to each and every one of us. With that being said, how will the BTHS graduating class of 2019 be remembered? As the class with immeasurable talent and opportunity, or as a class that changed the world, reshaped society, and solved problems because we believed we could, and we can, and we will? 1/5 of a score ago, We entered BTHS as a naive and unassuming freshman, each in our own way a diamond in the rough. We were shaped and shined by each and every teacher and faculty member we came into contact with. And I want to thank you all because teachers shape the future generations. A teacher's passion is infectious, and learning is fun when a teacher cares, and it shows. Teachers also see things in us that we cannot see in ourselves, and they strive for us to reach heights we never knew we could. Picture this. I'm sitting down taking a pre-cal quiz that I was super prepared for. I studied, I slept well, I had a monster before class, I was going to knock it out of the park. The tester handed out, I cracked my fingers, lined my pencils up, and began. After writing my name and scanning the test, it became clear I had no idea what I was doing. Ironically, I was saved by the bell. We just so happened to have a practice drill that cut the quiz short. During the drill, I sat on the floor, away from the doors and windows like everybody else, and I felt that I sat on something like a thumbtack. So I reached under me and found what I believed it to be, just a pointy stone. I held it in my hands, and after the drill concluded, I tried to entice my classmate Lacey to give me some of her Nutella in exchange for the diamond, so we called it. Upon saying this, my math teacher at the time, Miss Page, walked over to us and asked us if we mentioned a diamond. So naturally, I retell the whole story, and Miss Page laughed, asking to see it. Once I placed it in her hand, it caught the light of the room and gave off a twinkle. Miss Page's face became void of color, and she rushed to clean it off with soap and water. As it turns out, her husband's mother gave the ring to the husband, to give to Miss Page as a present, and she believed the main stone fell off her ring years back and it was gone forever, but we found it here in her math class. This story relates directly to the old cliche, a diamond in the rough, because we are all diamonds in the rough, and I literally found a diamond here at BTHS. A teacher's job is to find the diamond in each and every one of us, to inspire us to learn and continue to want to learn. We all are the clay for them to mold, and as the 2019 graduating class, we are the future leaders of the next generation, and it all started here at BTHS. Thank you to all the wonderful faculty here at BTHS, from the custodial staff to the cafeteria staff, to the groundskeepers, to the teachers, the guidance staff, administration, and secretaries. We thank you. Thank you to everyone here today for inspiring me to be the best version of myself. I believe the motivation aspect is mutual because as I meet new people, it inspires me to reach for new goals and accomplish things I didn't believe were possible. I also hope through leading by example that I have inspired some of you here today to believe in yourself, to know that I would bet on you or to stand with you. Elon Musk once said, "There have to be reasons that you get up in the morning and want to live." Why do you want to live? What's the point? What inspires you? What do you love about the future? If the future does not include being out there among the stars and being a multi-planet species, I find that incredibly boring. Besides that strange Star Trek themed ending, I love this quote. I believe and I love it so much because we need more motivated people. We need more active participants in the game of life. We need people to not define themselves by what happens to them, but rather how they respond to it. Don't compare ourselves to any other person because it is only an insult to ourselves. We need to remember that the human spirit is stronger than anything that can happen to it if you believe.
Thank you, Jacob. Sorry about the hat. Molly, I promise I'm not going to do that to you. I'm afraid of what you would do to me. At this time, I would like to call the Vice President of the Board of Education to the podium, Melita Gagliardi.
Good afternoon. I am honored to be here on behalf of the Brick Board of Education. I'd like to begin by acknowledging our teachers, support staff, and educational leaders for their dedication and commitment to the students of the Brick Public Schools. To the families of our graduates, thank you for the love, guidance, and support you have provided over the years. One of my favorite books by Dr. Seuss, Oh, the Places You'll Go, states, today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You are on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the guy who will decide where to go. This is a reminder that each one of you have the ability to succeed, and you are in control of your happiness. I want to encourage each one of you to continue to believe in yourself. Have the confidence and the courage to be the person you are destined to be. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2019 as you all pursue your future endeavors. I wish you many blessings and love. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mrs. Gagliardi. I'd like to call up to the podium at this time Susan McNamara, Director of Planning, Research, and Evaluation.
Good evening. I suppose at this point we can all be thankful for the snow days, since it delayed graduation to the week where we're not having rain. I'd like to thank you for this opportunity to share a few thoughts with you this evening. John F. Kennedy said, "Every accomplishment begins with the decision to try." Just a few short years ago, most of you entered Brick Township High School as freshmen in quest of new experiences, academic, social, service-oriented, and athletic. Your journey to progress through your high school years had just begun. Throughout your time at Brick Township High School, you have focused your journey on tradition, inspiration, and excellence. As Brick Township High School students, you have aspired to meet each academic, social, and athletic and emotional challenge respectfully, with character, integrity, and to the best of your ability. With an unwavering commitment to be the very best you could be, the Brick Township High School senior class of 2019 have demonstrated the courage to do the right thing through trustworthiness, being tolerant of differences and considerate of each other's feelings, through respect and responsibility, demonstrating accountability for each of your choices, through fairness by keeping an open mind, and caring by demonstrating compassion, and citizenship through your commitment to make Brick Township High School learning community a better place. You have forever raised the bar at Brick Township High School for all future dragons by exemplifying character in all that you do and all that you have accomplished. Your high school journey has been one of growth, unity, and commitment. Your success in completing this leg of the journey is evident through your ability to respect and value one another, celebrate one another's differences, and utilize creative cooperation to solve problems and seize opportunities. Shaping your own future with purpose and vision is the challenge you are about to embark upon, as you begin the next leg of your educational journey. Destiny lies ahead of you in the choices you make, the goals you set, and the plan for achievement you set forth. May the years you have spent at Brick Township High School provide you with a sense of self-esteem, respect, and purpose with which to meet the many challenges and opportunities in the next phase of your journey. Remember, success is a journey. Live it, love it, and learn from it. On behalf of Mr. Dalton, Superintendent of Schools, the Central Office Administration, and the Board of Education, and in unison with the Brick Township High School learning community, we wish you all the very best in your future endeavors. Congratulations to the Dragon Class of 2019.
Thank you, Mr. McNamara. At this time, I'd like to call up another one of our students, a young man who has achieved a GPA of 97.64, is ranked 31st in his class. He's probably been recognized amongst his peers as a leader for as long as I've known him. He'll be attending Stockton University in the fall. He is the Class of 2019 President, Peter DiStefano.
Thank you, Mr. Kleisler. First, I'd like to shout out my family. Thanks for popping out. All right. Good evening, everyone. Tonight is a celebration of new beginnings. We, as a student body, have endured 4 years of hard work, friendship, and change. 4 years of education in the classrooms with brilliant teachers. 4 years of adventure from meeting new people. And 4 years of discovering ourselves before we embark on our journey to the next step in life. The thought of college is nerve-wracking, yet exciting. I am saddened to leave Brick Township High School. Here, it is a place where I learned the true meaning of friendship and have matured myself as a person. Oh, I lost my spot. Oh, man. All right. I will never forget the memories we made together, such as playing Gaga at the senior picnic, fundraising for prom, and participating in Battle of the Classes. It is at BTHS where we're prepared to enter college with the confidence and perseverance that we need. In the book Walden, Henry David Thoreau wrote, "I learned this, at least, by my experiment, that if one advances confidently in the direction of his dreams and endeavors to live the life which he has imagined, he will meet with a success unexpected in common hours." Unlike Thoreau's experiment, our experiment was high school. To sum up the quote, if we can approach college with eagerness to do well, then we shall prosper. We will see a bright future, as long as we have a desire to make an effort towards success. I believe life is what you make it. You can choose to fail, or you can choose to try your best and be as successful as you can. I know each and every one of us will give our best efforts to achieve what we want in life and become prosperous in our journey. To all the teachers and staff at Brick Township High School, thank you for all your hard work. Your dedication to the school and students is very appreciated. Without all your efforts, we would not be the students that we are today. To my fellow classmates, it has been an incredible experience growing with you these past few years, and I am looking forward to the journey ahead of us. To those going in other directions, we wish you the best of luck and much success. This transition is an amazing change and a new chapter in our lives. Congrats, Class of 2019. And now, let's hear it for our very own Brick Dragons Band for their rendition of an all-time classic, Sweet Caroline.
Thank you to our high school band. Great job. That last performance began as a challenge, and it really was only about a week in the building. Great job, guys. All right, now time for a little quiz. What includes 720 days and 230,400 minutes of instructional time? High school, for almost everybody, but one person actually was in class for 230,400 minutes and never missed a single day of school. 720 days of school. That includes the Friday after the Thursday ball. So I'd like to stop embarrassing and acknowledge Luke Boyle for that accomplishment. Luke, where are you at? Where are you, Luke? Great job, Luke. I'd like to acknowledge a few other people. Every year we have a military day here at the high school in which we recognize those that are going to join the military after high school, join an ROTC program in college, or go to a military school. This year we have, I believe, 10 and possibly an 11th that are going to do that. If you are one of these 10 or 11, would you please stand so we can recognize you for what you are going to do for us? Thank you. This year, we had a staff member who went out of her way to begin a chapter of a program to recognize the students that she has had in her arts program through the prestigious Thespian Society, a national and international group of young people. And this year, we have our first chapter. If I could ask you to please stand and be recognized for the inaugural Thespian Society Brick Township High School chapter. Thank you. We also have what I believe is our third year of the Italian Honor Society. If I could ask you to please rise if you are a member of the Italian Honor Society to be recognized. Thank you. And I'd also like to recognize those of you that have achieved a 94.0 GPA during the course of your 4-year program of studies. That means you are graduating with honors. That is the gold sash that you see some of our group in the audience that they have. If you 81 students would kindly rise to be recognized for your achievement as honors graduates. Thank you. And if you are a member of the National Honor Society with your white sash and blue, may I please ask you to rise. Thank you. The National Honor Society may be the hardest grouping people that we have at Brick Township High School. They're in many different clubs, sports, and organizations. Under the advisement of Mr. Curatola, they are probably the heartbeat of Brick Township High School. And as the building principal, I don't know if I could do all the things that I need to do without the volunteerism that this group of young people do. Thank you for everything you've done over the last 4 years. And I'd like to call up to the podium at this time a young lady who I am truly going to miss next year. She has had an impact on me as a principal and as a person. She is probably the most dedicated young person that I have worked with that finds a way to challenge me every day to do things better and not forget that I'm the person who's in charge. But I really think she's in charge. She's just letting me think that. So this young lady has had 11 honors courses and 8 AP classes in 4 years. She has achieved a 103.25 GPA. She is ranked first in her class, and she will be attending Boston University in the fall. Just kidding. She'll be attending Northeastern University. I got to get something for you. All right? If I could call up to the podium Molly Tully. And I will present you with this.
Oh, it's I've had a lot of time over the past few weeks to reflect on my experience here at BTHS. And the more I remembered, the more I began to recognize the impact that so many individuals have had on me. While attempting to figure out a way to express my gratitude to everyone who had helped me, I decided a simple thank you would be best. And so, when I was deciding what I would say today, I figured I would share my own thank you card to the class of 2019. I would be naive not to acknowledge the competitive and lively energy that we have all shared with one another as a class. As a class, we have accomplished so much. Together, we grew from the timid freshmen in the classroom, on the athletic fields, or in extracurriculars, into strong leaders who have all had an impact on others. Without realizing it, we have all conquered the challenges high school has dealt us. From our first introduction to our soon-to-be best friends, to our last goodbyes to our favorite teachers, the class of 2019 has stood out. Anywhere we have gone, we have done so with excellence. I am proud to be able to represent such a talented and caring group of my peers, and I am honored to have been able to call many of you my friends. As we branch into so many different directions, I'm excited to bear witness to all of the incredible feats that we have all achieved as a class. And I know I will often get to remark, hey, I know them. Never forget the support that you have here, because over the past 4 years, you have earned the impact that you have left behind. But none of us have gotten to this point alone. Despite growing to be more independent, in charge of our own deck of cards, we all owe a tremendous debt of gratitude to so many. The first of which is to each other. You do not have to go far in BTHS to find a student willing to help. Sometimes it was a simple point in the right direction to a lost freshman, or waiting to hold the door open for someone with full hands. Just small gestures, but I always notice. I will deeply miss the compassion and decency the class of 2019 was known for. You are all capable of building the successful individuals beside you. Next, I would like to thank the parents and guardians of every graduate. Without you, there would have been too many due the next day projects that never got finished. Too many days of school missed because we were just a second late for the bus. Too many millions of things that we could have never done that you did for us to make sure that we could make it here. Thank you for tying our shoes on the first day of school and for loving us extra hard on our last. My final thank you goes to all of our teachers. Personally, there's been no group of people that I have trusted more than those who have taught me. A place is only as good as its people, and BTHS has been a great place these past 4 years. I consider myself extremely fortunate to have been taught by, befriended, and grown up around the great people that occupy these hallways. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to every single educator. You know who you are. So in all of the excitement of today, do not forget to thank your parents, guardians, and educators who have invested so much in your success. Though we may not have understood all of their wishes for us, our being here today is a testament to their love. Thank you to the class of 2019. I'm beyond grateful for the lessons we learned together and will carry them with me wherever I go. I hope each of you can reflect fondly and reach out with gratitude to anyone who allowed you to become the person you are today. Congratulations on all of your success. Though we got here together, this accomplishment is entirely your own. Take advantage of what is being presented and never forget how capable you are. The future is ours to meet. Wake up every single day knowing you have a mission to make this world a better place. That is your job as the person you are, and the person that you will become. Thank you, class of 2019.
Thank you, Molly. At this time, I'd like to call up to the podium Mr. Jim Marvin to begin the presentation of the diplomas to our first row of graduates.
Row 1, please rise. Molly M. Tully. Michaela Amelia Oliveira. Jessica Frances Anderson. Brianna Marie Krasinski. Katie Mairead Ash. Nadine Bagnall. Erica Banfield. Gabrielle Marie Barbera. Betsy Batista. Chloe Madeline Batista. Riley Jane Beggs. Ivana Gabriella Beltran. Anna Bergen. Meredith Bodine. Lindsay Ann Bray. Cassidy Brower. Gianna Benucci. Sydney Butler. Taylor Lynn Byrne. Fernanda Zari Caballero Marquez. Lisa Marie Karananti. Mackenzie Ray Santafanti. Danielle Angelina Christ. Lindsay Caroline Christ. Olivia M. Duffy. Please be seated. Row 1, please rise. Jacob Austin Weinkoop. Peter Robert DeStefano. Harry Centrella. Jared H. Lott. David Aldana. Thomas Brendan Alexanian. Andrew Altilio. Ethan Alvarado. David Alvarado Cortez. Dana Lanzare Andrews. Diamantino Rito Arroz. Nicholas Dane Bartolomeo. John Richard Baum. Damian Bonafide. Callie Box. Luke D. Boyle. Jimmy Branchin. Nicholas Brooks. William George Sung Brownie. Vincent Lee Bruno. Stephen William Bazinkai. David Matthew Candeloro Jr. Joseph Carcio. Terrell Bruce Chapman. Mark Anthony Chavez. Stephen James Chamelowick. Row 1, please be seated. Row 2, please rise. Kaylee Madison Christopher. Abigail Nicole Clark. Stevie Lynn Clark. Tiffany Cologne. Orion Hope Danielson. Samantha Morgan Daytree. Deanna G. Davenport. Kaylee Marie Dini. Dominique Di Gregorio. Angelica De Leon. Samantha Christine Delgadillo. Brianna Rose Dory. Margaret B. Dugard. Oriana Marie Dunn. Skylar Ann Edge. Caitlin Eisenstein. Morgan Nicole Ellis. Brittany Elizabeth Hockman. Jovette S. Livia Palma. Nicole Labasco. Nicole Faith Elizabeth Matazuski. Jenna T. Ogrodowski. Madison St. George. Row 2, please be seated. Row 2, please rise. John Robert Christ. Michael William Cloud III. Joseph Gerard Cologne. Jack Patrick Conley. Jason Kramer. Jose A. Cuate Jimenez. Joseph M. Davis. Dylan Charles De Almeida. Vincent Michael de Blasio. Christian de Cape. Angel de la Cruz. William de la O. Anthony Jared de Toro. Kyle James Devaney. Sean Patrick Doherty. Peter Dominguez. Alexander Donnelly. Patrick T. Donnelly. George Joseph Dunas.
Tyler J. Goldsmith. Angel Ralph Gonzalez Jr. Joseph Liam Gorman. Thomas Anthony Goff. Anthony Granis. Brandon Michael Griggs. Anthony Joseph Grillo. Nicholas Grisepis. Cole Jason Groeschel. Raul Guadalupe III. Robert Guerrero. Gage Harden. Jackie Hewson. Caden Hickman. Alan Lewis Hoffman. Justin M. Iannarone. Jalen Jackson. Mark Kakembo. Sean Michael Kaup. William James Kleisler III. Tyler Jonathan Nosley. Jacob Constantoulis. Jacob Lackey. Anderson Lavrin. James Alexander Leblow V. Row 3, please be seated. Row 4, please rise. Diana Lamantia. Maggie Josephine Lambusta. Casey Jillian Lopes. Jada Isabel Lopez. Carmen Ani Lopez Coba. Maya Nicole Manna. Kayla Monthia. Christine Martinelli Doyle. Allison Lynn Maiden. Lindsay Jolene McCabe. Devin Michelle McClafferty. Sarah Mead. Alexis Lynn Merlo. Maya M. Malakowitz. Shika Lena Modi. Penny Marie Mori. Gina Christine Murray. Kristen Irene Nino. Alyssa Marie Ocasio. Cassidy Ty O'Donnell. Luna Mi Ortega. Danielle A. Otero. Alexis Rose Pacioretty. Samantha Marie Paradise. Kersha Samir Patel. Row 4, please be seated. Row 4, please rise. Ryan William Lishen. Michael Losasso. Joseph Mack. Joseph Mayon. Christian Charles Malta. Johan Jesus Martinez. Dakota May. Sean McDermott. Michael Richard McGuigan. Jack Anthony Malone. Michael Robert Mesh Jr. Joseph Rocco Malutin. Cole Matthew Mullen. Gabriel Issachar Negron Rodriguez. Ian Obed Negron Rodriguez. Cole Michael Ortner. Kais Mohammed Osman. Caleb Pilot. Andrew Michael Perez. Matthew Anthony Perez. Dale Matthew Pearson. Zachary Piscopi. Xavier Thomas Powell. Cody Joseph Price. Spencer Paul Polisi. Fahim Rabi. Row 4, please be seated. I'd like to call Miss Maureen Butler to the podium.
Row 5, please rise. Alyssa Peterson. Carly Rose Patrina. Samantha Lynn Puff. Angelica Quintero. Jada Monet Raglan. Madison T. Ramos. Aaliyah Iris Regatsby. Jaylene Iris Regatsby. Kelly Marie Resigliano. Yesenia Rojas. Victoria Liz Ruiz. Kaylin Ann Ryan. Rebecca Ann Sabo. Bridget Sacramento. Marette Resk Salib. Liana Santiago. Cara Lynn Schaefer. Christy Margaret Sharkey. Lily Patricia Sherry. Medina Sicalusa. Justine Olya Smith. Haley Carolan Saltman. Lillian Stevens. Emily Rose Stewart. Emmy Lee Siun Stalker. Row 5, please be seated. Row 5, please rise. Hayden T. Rack, Jacob Rasnow, Sean Michael Ray, Connor James Repage, Alejandro Rodriguez, Zaire Roman, Spencer Frederick Roselle, Kyle Savannah, Jared Raymond Schleifer, Delfino Serrano Alejo, Christopher Joseph Peters Shemansky, Richard Sieb, Kevin Joseph Sinclair, Tyler Scarat, Sean Matthew Solinsky, Jesse Alexander Pratt Smith, Matthew C. Soldu, James Joseph Spampanato, Stephen Spirio, David Matthew Strick, John Russell Strict, Dylan M. Suarez, Anton Swirsky, and Joseph Sanfilippo. Row 5, please be seated. Row 6, please rise. Sally Tamayo, Jenna Nicole Torres, Sierra Trempe, Haley Ann Tucci, Savannah Michelle Vandora, Melanie Marie Valise, Rachel Valverde, Beyonce Victoria Vargas, Catherine Vargas Diaz, Angelina Volinsky, Carly Elizabeth Voorhees, Leanne Skylin Wagenhofer, Alexandra Wallach, Sarah Nicole Warner, Tatiana Giselle Weeks, Caitlin Marie Welsh, Lacey Lynn Warnock, Casey Ray Wilson, and Marissa Woodley. Row 6, please be seated. Row 6, please rise. Jacob Basilato. William Swiderski. Richard J. Talmadge. Jake Evan Thrunk. Eric Takash. Tyler Patrick Travisano. Brandon J. Saviz. Jovan Van Berkel. Daniel Vasquez Garcia. Anthony Thomas Venezio. Michael Andrew Viglione. Joseph Vrabel. Tyler Wainwright. Jake Robert Witherspoon. Cole Warnock. Shane Williams. Zane David Wolf. Jared Woods. Jared Tyler Warman. Marcus V. Wright. Matthew Edward Zygo. Row 6, please be seated.
Mrs. McNamara, as principal of Brick Township High School, I would like to confirm that each of the 311 graduates have satisfied the requirements of the New Jersey Department of Education and the Brick Township Board of Education. Will staff please rise and form our exit line? Parents, if I could ask you to remain off the field until the students have proceeded through the exit line. Peter DiStefano, if I can ask you to come up to the front here to lead us through the turning of the tassel. This is your last activity of the class of 2019. Peter, as soon as the teachers are ready, the moment is yours. Left to right, left to right.